everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie and my channel is all about luxury, vintage, fashion, and styling. So if you're interested in any of those, please consider hitting the subscribe button below. And today I'm going to be sharing all of my recent vintage luxury purchases with you guys, probably over the last month. So April is my birthday month, so I'm not sure when this video is actually going live, but I'm always kind of crazy shopping around this time between April and May. With my birthday and Mother's Day, I kind of like can justify a lot of purchases, and I feel like I've been seeing so many amazing vintage pieces recently that I really wanted to add to my collection. And I feel like recently it's been more accessories that I've really had my eye on. So I'm excited to share these few pieces with you. If you aren't already following me on my Instagram, please make sure to. I put it up on the screen here, but some of these pieces I've shown over there and some I have not. So definitely follow me there too. And I always can find amazing vintage pieces when I find something I want to share with you guys or it's available. I always pop it in my stories because I feel like I want you guys to be able to get it as soon as possible because things sell out so quickly when it comes to like vintage and pre-loved finds. So follow me over there and you can see all of these things styled there as well. So first off, we'll start with what I have on my ears here. So I have a pair of vintage Chanel earrings, and these are a pretty large size. So vintage Chanel earrings, here I'll show you guys close up, can vary a lot on the size and shape, and I just fell in love with these, and I got them for a pretty good price. I did buy these from Rebag, and one of the earring clasps was messed up on one of them, but that's like a super easy fix. So I just took it to a local jeweler and he kind of like resoldered the back here to put the clip back on, and now it works perfectly. So it has that big CC on the front. You can see they're an oval shape, and then the back is just where it clips. And then I just added these. I got these on Amazon. I can link these also, just to make it a little bit more comfortable to wear the clips because it didn't have its clip pad. So yeah, I feel like they're so fun, very statement, but statement earrings are such a big trend right now. And honestly, when it comes to vintage Chanel, I'm like all about the bold pieces, like really fun statement, kind of like 90s runway era. I just love. So I just thought these were really fun, especially with my short hair or if my hair is back. I just feel like they're such a beautiful statement piece. So I am so excited I add these to my collection. Okay, so the next piece you guys went so crazy for over my Instagram. I had just like had it, I hadn't even like mentioned it. It was just like within a reel, I think it was, or just like an outfit. I was wearing it and so many of you guys commented on it. I couldn't, you guys have good eyes. So this is a vintage Hermes watch, also from Rebag, and it is so beautiful. So it's called a Hermes Rally watch. This one's from the 90s, and it is a style RA1240. Someone actually had told me that that's actually the sizing. It has something to do with sizing. So that is what this is. It has a cream face, and then it has the H chains here. And then let me show you it on, just for reference. And yeah, again, I got this. I'm surprised. I feel like you would expect a vintage Hermes watch to be really expensive. I mean, you think everything Hermes is expensive, but honestly, I think this was around $800, which of course is not like cheap, but I feel like for a vintage watch, especially Hermes, like designer, it is a great price. So I was super excited to get it. And here it is on. Just so you can see for reference, I have a very small wrist, so I really like how dainty it is. And not that I mind chunky or oversized, but I like that it almost feels like jewelry. So when I do wear like a bracelet stack, it just looks really elegant. It's like a beautiful evening watch. So that is it. It is the two-tone gold and silver. And yeah, I love this watch. So I'm very excited. I found it and added it. And I had so many DMs asking to help find them similar ones. And they are like floating around here and there. If I can find any, I will link them down below as well. They are a bit challenging to find. So I found an amazing company called bezel, and they can actually source watches, all sorts of ones, not just Hermes, but they do all the top designers, Cartier, all the big ones. So they're like a concierge service, so they can find you what you're looking for. They can find it within your budget. They're really amazing, very trustworthy. And I do have a promo code for them. This video is not sponsored. I definitely don't have to mention it, but I really think that they are a great resource for finding these types of things that I feel like are a little bit trickier. And especially with authentication wise, I was, you know, the resale sites a lot of times say they're authenticated, but these haven't. Bezel has an in-house authentication service. They have multi-step. They talk about all on their website. So I'll link it down in the description box. But they kind of are very transparent about their authentication process, how they obtain these watches, and everything they do to make sure they're 100% authentic. So I really like that, and it's really hard for me to find places to actually recommend. I am so picky actually recommending places to buy things, because my biggest fear is always that you guys might find something that isn't authentic or like get in trouble finding things. So that's always like my top priority, is to find really trustworthy places that I personally like talked to them, worked with, purchased from, that kind of thing. So I will link them down in the description box if you want to check them out. And I do have a promo code for $250 off if you do make a purchase on Bezel. So definitely check them out if you are interested in finding a beautiful watch like mine. Okay, and the next two things I purchased are both vintage Chanel and both sunglasses. So I don't know why I just went on a tangent about vintage Chanel sunglasses. I got obsessed. I just feel like I do this sometimes. And until I like find what I'm looking for, I just get very obsessive, looking all around, trying to find what I'm looking for. So I bought two pairs of like those 90s style Chanel sunglasses. This is the first pair. And I bought both on eBay from different Japanese resellers. I can link some of my favorite ones down in the description box. They're always actually down there in all the videos in my description boxes, so you guys know. I always recommend Japanese power sellers if you are looking for that. I've talked about that in my recent videos. I'll probably link some where I talk about it more in depth about buying from authentic resellers, but Japanese ones are usually my favorite, and the ones I have, you can see like tens of thousands of reviews. Typically the ones where I can really recommend and feel comfortable recommending to you guys to shop. So this is the first pair, and the style number is 4042 in case you're trying to look it up. And they're these super cool. I mean, I feel like my husband's gonna tell me, he hasn't seen them yet, they just came in. I feel like he's gonna tell me they look like racquetball glasses or like lab glasses, but I just think they're like very cool. Like, they're definitely a vibe. I feel like they would just make the outfit, like literally just throw on a tank and jeans and throw these on, and they just make the look. It's such a statement. Gives that 90s vibe, which I am obsessed with. So these are really cool and fun. They are a brown tone with the gold. They are a bit like wonky. I need to kind of like bend them and mess with them a little bit to kind of like bend them back, because they are metal. And over time, vintage shades definitely kind of get bent out of shape. So I will say, just make sure when you are buying online, check the returns policy. And obviously know with Japan, they do say that they have like returns policies, but it's kind of a pain to get it back if you are trying to return something. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you really look at all the pictures. Make sure the scratches aren't too bad that they would like mess up being able to look through them. Really look into detail and ask questions before you buy. Or you can buy from some of the big sites too. The Real has them. I bought sunglasses from there. But again, check the returns policy, because theirs can kind of vary. Rebag, they always have really good returns policy. Fashion File, those kind of places. So I will link my favorites down in the description. But yeah, I just think they're so fun and different. So these are the first pair. And then the second pair, you guys have seen over on my Instagram already. But they're these super fun, very iconic. These are like in a purpley shade sunglasses. And I actually thought they were gonna be even smaller than they are, because they look smaller on other people when I was like stalking people to try to find them. But I have a very small face, so keep that in mind when you are seeing them on me. They look a lot smaller on a lot of other people. So the style number of this are 4002. So really cool, the purplish. They come in a bunch of colors. I saw like blue, occasionally brown, but I think the brown ones are a little bit bigger. So make sure you're looking at the measurements of things. They come in like a pinkish, they come in like an orangey kind of color. So all sorts of one. They had the little CCs and it's like a matte pewter kind of color. And I just think they're super cool. Very 90s. Again, jeans and a tee, that's how I styled it over on my Instagram. But I just think they're so fun and just like statement on their own. Yeah, so fun. So I feel like now I feel like good about my like vintage Chanel sunglass collection. I feel like, yeah, I have some good options. And I just feel like I'm super excited about all the pieces I picked up recently. I just feel like they've kind of filled holes where I was missing kind of some vintage stuff. So I just feel like we always are bags, 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 but I've tried to been slowing down on my bags just because I have a good amount and I really want to like wear the ones I actually have and really be thoughtful about what I'm buying. So I really wanted to kind of add like little things here and there of gaps that I didn't feel like I had in my wardrobe. So let me know what is the favorite down in the comments. And if I can find anything similar to any of these, again, it'll be down in the description box. Just hit the more button and it should expand and everything should be there. And let me know if you have any questions down in the comments as well. And until next time, take care. Bye.